Thanks for clicking on this video. I wanted to do a haul of everything I bought in Japan. So I bought things ranging from like apparel to kitchen items to stationery to tea, and I'll make sure to put timestamps for every category so you can fast forward if you want to. And yeah, let's get started. So starting off strong with stationery. Honestly, I think I bought the most in this category, so I thought it would make sense to start here. So here are the various washi tapes I got. This one's like a nice flower field. These ones, we went to Yakushima, and I think these are the vegetables, or the, not vegetables, but like the herbs and vegetation that grow on the island. So I thought that was pretty unique. This one is like stationery themed, super cute. This one's a sky, and I love anything sky related, so I have a lot of sky stickers, but I don't think I have sky washi tape, so that's why I got this one. And this one is like planets. I love anything space or planet related, so I had to get this one. And this one's like another like flower field situation, I think. Again, more like constellation, astronomy themed ones. This one is an ocean, like the edge of a beach, which I really enjoyed. We went to the beach a lot on this trip, so something beach related sounded fitting. This one I got at the Travelers Factory location in Tokyo Station, and I realized I didn't buy one the last few times I went to this location, so I wanted to get something from there. This one is a clothing line, like laundry line. I thought that was really cute. I'm trying to get more like chore themed stationery / stickers, so this felt very fitting. And this one is music notes, super cute. And this one I think is probably my favorite. It's subway windows at night, so I thought that was really cool and unique. That's all the washi tape. I guess we can move on to stickers, since that kind of makes sense. I really like the sticker packs because I feel like they're just a better value for the amount of money you're paying versus how many stickers you're getting. So I got this one, super pretty. And then this one as well is also very pretty. It's just kind of like a blue themed version of that one. So these two were at, I think I got these at Hands in Himeji. And all of these, I believe, are from Incube in Fukuoka. These are all different themed ones, like travel time, camping. This one is like houses, which is really cute. I have like a washi tape of this, I think, like a similar situation where it's like houses. And super cute. This one is hobby related. I really just got it because there's a film sticker and then like a camera sticker, but I mean the other ones are very cute too. And I really like these person ones, so this one is really cute, like little chibi characters. And then this one is like crayon characters, very pretty. And then I got these ones. These are like ticket stubs. So these were all the sticker sheets that I got, and so I'll start off with these two. These are really cute. I like kind of the sketchiness of this sticker sheet, so I got two of those. And this one, I like how it looks like it's inked. This one's very pretty. I almost bought more of this version or of this type, but I thought one would suffice. And then this one, these are all from the same company, but they're just kind of different. They just have different versions of stuff, but super cute. And then finally, I got this one. It reminds me of like Anne with an E / Bridgerton. So I really enjoyed the illustration. So I got one of those. So those were all the washi tape / stickers. Moving on to what I got for actual journals, like what type of inserts I got. This doesn't look like much, right? But it's because I bought this much. Oh my gosh. I went too crazy. But I'll leave this one here because it looks nice laid out. So I got a few of the sketch paper inserts, and they're perforated so you can rip them out, which is really nice. I got, I think, like 4 of these. And then I got a few of the blank ones, just the typical like paperwhite. And then I really enjoy, for my commonplace book, I like having the gridded lines. So I got a few of the grid. And then I bought like the paper cream version because I like kind of the off-white color for some spreads. So I got that one. And then this one is a Tokyo Station exclusive, and it's really cute. I think it's just white on the inside. But yeah, I really like the cover. And then I do have a passport notebook. So I got some gridded paper for that, and then cream paper, and then the craft paper insert. And then this one was interesting. This one's really nice. It's just like a regular paper insert, but apparently over time, the cover will develop some kind of like smooth texture, like how leather will over time. Like you'll get a patina on it, I think, is what I read. If I'm mistaken, it said it on the little stand that these were on. And it was the last one. So I was like, oh, I mean, I like the cover a lot. So I got it just to put in my passport notebook. And then kind of in the same vein of like notebooks, I picked up a few Midori books. I've never bought one before, but I really like the paper, so I thought it made sense to stock up when I was in Japan. So I got a few different sizes. I really love the tiny one, so I got one in grid and then just a blank one. And then I got the A6 dot grid, as well as the B6 slim grid, and then just a A5 grid. And this one is a really exciting find. I went to the Ghibli store in Fukuoka, the one by, it's on the street of like Dazaifu Temple. And they have a huge Ghibli store. Huge in the sense of they had a lot more Ghibli merch than I'm used to seeing, especially for like the more miscellaneous, like obscure movies. Even the Ghibli store like in Ghibli Park didn't have as much as this store had. So if you're gonna be in Fukuoka and you are a Ghibli fan, I highly recommend going to this store because you will probably find something from every movie that you enjoy. But I picked this little notebook up. It's from Kiki's delivery service, and it's the little notebook that she writes on when she makes her deliveries. And when I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. It's so cute. And it kind of reminds me of the Travelers Factory 20th anniversary notebook, like the card size journal. But I love how tiny this was, and I will definitely find a use for it just to have in my bag or something like that. But it's so cute. And it's got a little Kiki emblem. I love it. Moving on to writing utensils, I bought my first fountain pen, which I'm pretty excited about. I tested this one in the store, so I know how it writes and everything, and I got a fine nib. I'm still very new to fountain pens, but I really love the way they look, and I'm excited to try to use them in sketching mostly. But yeah, I really love the blue color, and it writes very well, so should be exciting to learn how to use it. And then I got a few of these like chubby Uniball 1 pens. I like the paperclip look. I just kind of like how they look. I don't think they write that well, but I like how tiny they are, and I just love the look of them, so I got 2. And then I also picked up a Pentel art brush because I've seen a lot of artists use this one for inking and stuff like that, you know, just drawing with a brush, and I love the way it looks. So I got this in a refill, so we'll be excited to try this out for my sketching. And this is a watercolor brush pen, so you can fill this with water and then it comes out at the top of the brush. That way you don't have to dip it in water. And I have a few that I got off of like Amazon a while ago, but they're not very good quality. So this one was affordable, and it seemed a lot sturdier than the ones that I have. So we'll be excited to try this out. If you're in Shinjuku, there's one store that you go to for stationery, right? I think it's called Sekaido. It's got like 6-7 floors, and there's so much stuff. I bought most of my stationery at that store, but the reason why I went into this store specifically was I wanted more of these markers. I bought like a 12-pack, I think, the last time I went, and I really love coloring with them, and I just love the way they look. They're very pretty and very easy to use and blend with. So I wanted to get like a bigger pack. And it took me forever to settle on which set to get because they had set A, B, and C, and they all had, you know, different colors and stuff in them. But I settled on these ones. They look kind of more neutral, which works because the last set I bought had more vibrant, like saturated colors. And I'm so excited to use this set because when I was using my markers the past year, I was like, man, if only I had other colors. Yeah, so super excited about this. And this was a cool find. I was trying to find something to kind of carry all my washi in. Maybe not all of them, just like, because I've seen some washi gadgets in Japan, but I couldn't find anything besides this. And this is called the Kirito ring. And you can hold it on your finger and then put the tape in, and then it'll be a clean cut. So I saw this around a lot, but I didn't really hear about it on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. So I'm excited to try it out. And then I also picked up another pair of these Twiggy scissors. I have one already in a blue color. I love it so much, so I bought an extra just in case I ever like break or lose that one. And I only saw this brand in one store, and there were other brands too, but I really love the look of this one and the way it feels. So I just like going with what I know I already like. But Japan has a bunch of other like smaller portable scissors if you are looking for one. So I really like this glue tape. I was able to test it out in the store. So I bought this one, and then I bought a few refills for it. And then I also picked up this square glue stick, which I thought was really interesting. They had this one in a few different colors. And then I also picked up this glue stick. The other version of it with it kind of looks like a handle is more popular on social media, but I just got a small one to try. And then I also got this corner cutter, which is really cute. I already tested it and it works really well. It just cuts the corners of like paper and stuff like that to make it rounded. There's other ones that are available in the store, but they're all like huge. They were all kind of like this big, and I really didn't want one that big. So this one felt like the perfect size, and it was the last one. So I got really lucky with this one. And I also picked up an eraser. This eraser is very popular, so I wanted to try it out. And then finally, I got this clip, or this clamp, this book clip. I really like it. It won some awards, I think, and I like how small it fits into things. So this is how you clip it. These are the clips right here. But what's nice about it is that it folds into itself like that. So then you can carry it around a lot more easily in your book bag or in your journal bag, you know. Because I have a few clamps, but they are just kind of bulky to carry around. So I was really excited to see these in the store. And I saw these on social media before I went. So this was definitely on my list of things to get. And yeah, that's all the stationery stuff. Super excited to have everything and try everything out. Japan and I think Asia in general, they just do stationery so well. So if you have a trip coming up, definitely make a list of things that you want to look out for and purchase, because that really helped me narrow down what I wanted, because it was very overwhelming. Moving on to food related and kitchen related items, I picked up some tea bags when I was in Yakushima, and they're known for their tea, so I picked up some, I think, roasted tea and then black tea bags. And then I also picked up 2 different types of matcha. I couldn't tell, even after translating it, I couldn't tell what the difference was. They had different prices, so I was just gonna try both and see. So I'm excited for that. And then we did go to Yame. Yame is like the other kind of tea capital of Japan. And so I picked up some matcha from there, as well as some sencha, which really excited to try, and I love the packaging. Didn't go too crazy with buying tea this time. I bought a lot more last time, so I'm still kind of working through the stuff I bought last time. And speaking of Yakushima, they're known for their tonkan orange, so I got some tonkan orange jam. I think I had it at a cafe that we went to, and it tasted really good. So you can actually see like the orange rind in the jam / syrup. So excited to put that in dessert. And then I also got the tonkan pepper. It's like tonkan peel and chili pepper paste, which I'm not too sure what I'm gonna use it for yet, but I was very interested in it. So I think it'd be good in like a steak or some kind of dish like that. And then I also picked up a light towel. I thought it was really cute because we hiked when we were on the island, so I just really enjoyed the embroidery, and the texture is really nice, and it's green, so very cute. And then in Yame, I picked up this mug. I really enjoy this design, and the texture is very fun, so I wanted to get at least 1 cup from this trip, because I don't know if I go back to Japan, I don't think I would go back to Yame. So got one there. And then moving on to like more kitchen tools, I got these tongs. I really like Japanese tongs. I bought a few last time and I use them almost every day when I cook. And then I got a tiny one. And then I got a tiny little whisk. I thought I could use this for like sauces and stuff. And I'm very excited about this actually. I got a grater, a tiny grater. I hate chopping garlic, and so I thought getting a grater would just kind of solve all my problems. Like, I love fresh garlic, I just hate chopping it for some reason, so I thought this would work well. And I could use it for ginger as well, which I hate chopping ginger. And then I got this miso scoop, which I'm also very excited about. I'm excited about everything I bought, but this one specifically because if you work with like miso paste or, you know, like gochujang or doenjang, it's so annoying getting it out of the container. So this is like a scoop, and I think half of this is a tablespoon, maybe. I don't know, it says it on there. Yeah, I think half. So this much is a tablespoon, and then if you fill it up to like this picture, it's 2 tablespoons, I think. And you can dunk it directly in the soup that you're making, which I really enjoy, because usually I have to use like 2 spoons, or I have to use like my finger to like get it out of the spoon, because it's a paste, you know, it's not going to come off very easily. And then I got this, super excited about this as well. These are yakumi pans. You can put spices in here, or like mise en place, like garnishes and stuff like that. And I got a tiny one just because I don't think I would need more than that. They have bigger versions with more compartments, but I thought this was a perfect size for what I needed. So very excited about that. And then I got a square bread pan. It's aluminum, which I haven't used before, but they have instructions on how to use it inside, thankfully. And this is the lid. It goes on top, so that's how you would get like the square shape. And I thought it was a good size for like milk bread and stuff and other loaves. So yeah, so excited about this. I was actually gonna purchase this because I got into like a bread making phase before I went to Japan, and I almost bought one just online. I was like, wait, you're going to Japan, just get one there. So I was really excited to get this as well. This next category is apparel / bags. So starting off in this corner, I bought a bunch of cute socks. This was at the Mofusan store in Tokyo Station. So if you're on the lookout for these, they're so cute. And then I got this one, I think also at the Ghibli store in Fukuoka. I don't know, he was saying my name, so I had to get him. And then I also picked up some Miffy socks. I think these were in Don Quixote. I think these 3 were in Don Quixote. And then I got this bag from Muji. It kind of reminds me of like the Sola pouch, but not really, obviously, because the Sola pouch has like places for pens on the outside. This would kind of be like my bag that I carry with me on the go for journaling supplies. And I like, there's like a few pockets on the inside as well, so I like the color and the texture of it. And then also at Muji, I got this little pouch that also has compartments in it. Yeah, I love anything with compartments. It's so cute. And this one's really tiny, and so I thought I could just hang on my bag or like my backpack or something. So I got that little bag. And then at the Ghibli store in Fukuoka, where I bought these socks and the Kiki notebooks that I talked about earlier, I got this bag. It's got the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro on it, and I like how it's a good size, but I also enjoy the structure of it a lot. So when it unfolds, it's like a boxy shape at the bottom, which I really wanted, because I end up carrying a lot of like boxier things like journals or just something like that on the go, and so I needed something that had like some structure to it, and I was so excited to find something like that. So it folds up like this, and then it says My Neighbor Totoro. It's so cute. And then moving on to clothes, I don't buy a lot of clothes in general, but I do enjoy Uniqlo a lot, and it was a little bit cheaper buying it in Japan, so I picked up a few things. I got this jean shirt. It could also be like a jacket. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, just seeing it on the rack, but then I tried it on. Like, I really liked how I felt when I put this on, so I bought it, and this was probably the most, I think, expensive clothing item that I bought, but I'm super excited to wear this during the summer here. And then I just picked up a few more basics. So I tried this shirt on. This is like their boxy t-shirt. So I picked up this one and then the same shirt in 2 other different colors because I'm just that person. If I find something I like, I'm gonna buy it in multiple colors. And then some more basics I bought. I really love this blouse that they have. It feels really nice. It's very flowy. And I needed more clothes to wear like in the office and stuff. And so I got this one, this color in black, as well as one in polka dot, and then one in like a light blue color. So I got that. And then finally for shirts, I got this shirt, this Hunter x Hunter shirt. This is Gon, like this is the opening scene, I think, of the anime. So yeah, I got that shirt. And then finally, in terms of apparel, basically the last thing I bought at Uniqlo, because I only shop at Uniqlo apparently. I got this bag of theirs. I think this bag actually went viral, like not this version, but the previous version of it went viral. It's like the shoulder, like the utility shoulder bag, I think. But this is their newer version, and I think the difference is like the pockets are different. So the pockets are kind of a little more invisible in this version. So there's this pocket and there's this one, and they kind of come in. There's like 2 separate compartments when you put your hands in here. But yeah, I wanted a bag, and I wanted to find kind of like a vintage one, like thrifting one, but I couldn't find anything that I really liked. And I love the compartments. So there's 2 pockets in here, and there's this one for like your laptop, and it's just a good like size. And then it's got like the pockets on the side for drinks and other stuff. And I know some people don't like the way these pockets look, but I like them. I kind of like how they kind of just look like a seam, which I think is interesting. Yeah, that was my last purchase at Uniqlo. To close this video, I just kind of threw everything back on the table because I just can't be bothered to organize it neatly again. I hope you enjoyed watching it and thought it was interesting at least. And if you have questions on like specifically where something was purchased, please let me know and I can try to remember. I think I remember where I got most things. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. I think the next video will be the start of the travel vlogs / traveling journal content. So that should be really exciting, and hope you stay tuned. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.